Hollywood's golden age great, Jack Nicholson, has always lived life on his terms, with a known legacy of legendary performances and a staggering wealth that continues to increase even in his senior years. As the world followed his every action, few could have guessed the magnitude of his legacy, which allegedly caused tears to his ex-wife. Nicholson is one of many Hollywood legends prospering against all odds. These lost superstars, long thought to have slipped into oblivion, are living successful and influential lives that match today's greatest celebrities. These artists show that age is only a number when it comes to remaining on top, from smart investments to stunning career comebacks. The golden age may be over, but these legends still shine. Mary Beth Peele, 1940. When Mary Beth Peele first started her acting career, she was a skilled opera singer who appeared in the Broadway production of Kiss Me, Kate. When Peele made cinematic appearances in early 1992, she gained notice. Her wages also started to rise at about the same period. Her initial foray into the cinema came from her role as a daycare center instructor in Jersey Girl, which further pushed her into the film business she's part of today. Mary made her film debut in Blue Night, where she played Dr. Marianne Holt. Barbie Benton, 1950. Barbie Benton was an American actress, model, singer, and television personality who gained notoriety in Hollywood for her alluring looks and charm. She was also considered one of the most desirable and sought-after models. Barbie starred in many publications and 4 seasons of Hee-Haw, in addition to her acting and singing career. During the 1970s, she recorded 4 albums with varying degrees of popularity. Barbie Benton, however, no longer often appears in projects since she took a break to prioritize her family. She also doesn't need the work for the rest of her life because of her enormous net worth. Alexander and Ariana, born in 1986 and 1988, are Benton's 2 children from her 1979 marriage to real estate entrepreneur George Granow. The pair split their time between their opulent Los Angeles and Aspen residences. Melanie Griffith, 1957. In the 1980s, Melanie Griffith became well known for her parts in movies such as Body Double and Something Wild. Although she's been acting in TV shows and movies since the middle of the 1970s, her popularity only took off then. As the years passed, Melanie transitioned to a career on stage, taking part in Broadway plays such as Chicago in 2023. Coincidentally, she's still very busy today, despite having gone through many divorces, the most recent of which being in 2015 when she parted ways with actor Antonio Banderas. She took part in the Smilf series in 2019. Gladys Knight, 1944. Given her distinctive voice and stage presence, Gladys Knight, dubbed the Empress of Soul, is regarded as one of the finest vocalists of all time, which is unsurprising. Between the 1960s and the 1980s, Gladys gained recognition as the lead vocalist of Gladys Knight and the Pips, a group she co-founded with her brother and cousins. Even though she's already 75, she's still quite active. She competed as Bee in the 2019 season of The Masked Singer and finished 3rd. Raquel Welch, 1940. Due to her performance in the film Fantastic Voyage, actress Raquel Welch began to gain recognition in 1966. Later on, she made noteworthy appearances on Right to Die, Bedazzled, and The Three Musketeers. In addition to her career in acting, Welch has amassed wealth via her commercial endeavors, which include wigs, skincare items, and jewelry. Her estimated net worth is $30 million, and she doesn't have any planned projects. However, her most recent appearance was in the 2017 documentary Date My Dad. Welch often needed more lines, yet she capitalized on her remarkable appearance and distinctive image to remain relevant to this day. After years in the limelight, the pop diva most likely follows her anti-aging skincare routine to look this fantastic. Julie Andrews, 1935. At 83, beloved singer and actress Julie Andrews still exudes beauty from her earlier years. The Sound of Music and Mary Poppins are 2 of her best-known films, but the actress is still working today. In Despicable Me 3, she played Gru's mother. Sam Elliott, 1944. Actor Sam Elliot became well-known in the 1970s after starring in Lifeguard, due in large part to his appearances in Gettysburg, Buffalo Girls, and Conaher. He continued to gain recognition. He's still very busy these days, as you may remember from his 2018 appearance in A Star is Born. His estimated net worth is $10 million, but this figure will undoubtedly rise given that he's still actively acting. Elliot will be heard providing a voice in the upcoming movie Lady and the Tramp. Lorenzo Llamas, 1958. Lorenzo Llamas made a fantastic contribution to the entertainment sector, for which he will always be thankful. In the 1980s, the endearing Lanson Cumpson of the beloved American soap series Falcon Crest becomes a considerable sensation. After the massive popularity of his first television series, Llamas was featured in Renegade, another popular program. The bulky actor at the time undoubtedly became the object of desire for many ladies. He was cast in some of the top television series throughout his career because of his excellent acting abilities and good looks. Llamas is gifted in many areas. He's a gifted actor, skilled helicopter pilot, and experienced martial artist. He continues to pursue acting, appearing in several low-budget movies. He seems in the best possible shape to have a healthy life. We naturally want to see more of his creations in the future. Lou Ferrigno, 1951. Fans first saw Lou Ferrigno when he appeared in the 1977 Hulk television series and motion pictures. But he's well known for more than just that. He used to be a professional bodybuilder, but he retired. His fitness regimen got him included in several films. Pumping Iron is the documentary for which he's best known. Lou was most recently seen in the 2012 Avengers film, however, he's no longer employed in the field. Lou has earned a comfortable and secure retirement with a net worth of about $6 million. After exchanging vows with Carla Green in 1980, he and her have lived happily ever after for the last 40 years. The 68-year-old is still a firecracker, and based on our up-close observations of Lou, we can be confident that he'll stop at nothing to keep his audience entertained. We certainly have a particular place for the former Mr. Universe. Robbie Benson, 1956. Robbie Benson's impressive performances in movies like One-on-One in 1977 and Ice Castles in 1978 captured the hearts and minds of young people throughout the 1970s. His notoriety grew even more when he voiced Beast in the 1991 Disney animated picture Beauty and the Beast. He's also connected to a number of spin-offs and sequels. Benson also succeeded in the television industry, appearing in 6 episodes of the beloved comedy Friends. In addition to his work in acting and directing, Benson has contributed to cardiac research. He and Carla DeVito were married in 1982 and have remained close ever since. The actor is quite active and in his 60s. Benson has saved enough money throughout his lifetime. Jane Fonda, 1937. At first, seasoned actress Jane Seymour Fonda was hesitant to go to Hollywood in the footsteps of her famous father, Henry Fonda. When she met Lee Strasberg in 1954, her life completely altered. Based on his suggestion, she joined the Actors Studio and has yet to look back. In her feature film debut, Tall Story, she showed remarkable potential to establish a name for herself. She went on to win 2 Academy Awards for Coming Home and Clute after that. Jane's faultless acting ability brought her several Hollywood successes, including They Shoot Horses, Don't They?, Julia, The China Syndrome, The Morning After, and so on. In addition to the Oscar, the stunning actress has won honorary Golden Lions, Golden Globes, Primetime Emmys, and other notable accolades. Without undergoing any surgery, the 7-time Academy Award nominee is still stunning in her 80s. Sophia Loren, 1934. Sophia Loren is an Italian actress, although her career as an industry legend began in America, especially Hollywood. In 1961, she became the first artist to win an Academy Award for a foreign language picture, making history. She was awarded Best Actress for the Italian film Two Women. The actress did not consider pension investments when she was younger, not with millions of dollars in her bank account. According to reports, Loren is worth $75 million. Tom Celic, 1945. Tom Celic is well known, and the younger and older generations know him. Younger people are more familiar with Celic from the comedy Friends and the television series Blue Bloods. However, the older generation associates him with the television series Magnum P.I. and Three Men and a Baby. Somewhat surprising, since you would think this man's identity would only be known to the elderly. Most women his age are drawn to the gorgeous features of the University of Southern California basketball scholar, contributing to his notoriety. His recognizable mustache alone attracts girls. Since he's been involved in show business since the 1970s, Celic has never considered retiring since his program Blue Bloods is still in production. Johnny Mathis, 1935. Johnny Mathis's 1976 hit song When a Child is Born helped make him synonymous with Christmas. The American singer gained enormous recognition as an album artist after beginning his career with standard music singles. He sold over 360 million albums and established himself as one of the 20th century's biggest-selling musicians. His accomplishments include being admitted into the Grammy Hall of Fame for 3 different albums and being awarded the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. Chances Are, Too Much, Too Little, Too Late, The 12th of Never, A Certain Smile, Misty, and When a Child is Born are a few of his greatest successes. Even though he's in his 80s, he still records songs and does them with the same zeal as when he was younger. Jack Nicholson, 1937. Actor Jack Nicholson has played a wide range of roles over the years. He's consistently shown his commitment to his craft in every project he's participated in. He worked for almost 60 years in this field. He's renowned for portraying various personalities, including romantic, comical, and darkly humorous roles as anti-heroes and other dark characters. He may well be known to many of you from his parts in Terms of Endearment and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. At 83, Nicholson has an impressive $400 million net worth. Although he hasn't been in any new acting roles since the 2010 movie How Do You Know, he claims he hasn't done acting and that you never know when he could appear as a new character on screen. Ralph Carter, 1961. Ralph had already shown his abilities as a musician and actor, making his CBS debut in Good Times in the late 1970s. The youngest child of James Evans Sr. in Florida, better known as Michael Evans, is an American actor and singer. Before starting his TV career, he was often seen in the Broadway musical Raisin, inspired by Lorraine Hansberry's play A Raisin in the Sun. He received many award nominations for this performance, including the Tony, Drama Desk, and the Theatre World Awards. That's insufficient. A handful of this well-known songs had already been published. One reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. He resides in New York City with his 3 children and second wife, River York. Even though he would rather live alone, he leads an opulent life far from the flash and splendor of Hollywood. Richard Dean Anderson, 1950. In the middle of the 1980s, Richard Dean Anderson rose to fame as Angus MacGyver, the protagonist of the action television series MacGyver. The iconic action figure, known only as Mac, acted as a covert operative who loved defending mankind against hostile forces. Like his fictional character MacGyver, Anderson was reared in Minnesota and began his career as a mime before going into movies. In addition to MacGyver, he starred in Stargate SG-1, General Hospital, Today's FBI, and 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. So what's the well-known action hero from the 80s been doing lately? After making his last appearance in Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23, Anderson is far from Tinseltown and actively involved in environmental and charitable endeavors. The seasoned actor had a fantastic life after retirement since he's a member of the well-known environmental organization, the Board of Advisors of the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society. Bolo Young, 1946. Hong Jae, better known as Bolo Young, is a man of many abilities. With Bolo Young, Western martial arts films achieved their most significant popularity. Young, sometimes called the Chinese Hercules, is well known for his characteristically evil roles in several action classics, including Double Impact, Bloodsport, Fearless Tiger, and Entering the Dragon. In movies like Shoot Fighter 1 and 2, one of the most striking villains from classic action movies has shown his value by playing morally ambiguous characters. He also collaborated with Bruce Lee and Jean-Claude Van Damme, 2 renowned actors, to showcase an excellent portfolio. Even in his mid-70s, the fabulous bodybuilder from Cineworld is still going strong. Given his age and activity level, he must have made lifestyle changes to enhance his general health. His zest for life and nutrition are also to be commended. Jamie Farr, 1934. Famous comedian Jamie Farr achieved success in 1972 with the comedy drama MASH. His recurrent role as Maxwell Q. Klinger contributed to the show's success in drawing a sizable viewership. He was born in 1934 and has significantly impacted the American television business by often appearing in popular comedies, including The Chicago Teddy Bears, The Red Skelton Show, and The Danny Kaye Show. He was cast by the renowned Warner Brothers in the teleplay No Time for Sergeants in 1955. After a break, the seasoned actor returned to the screen in The Cannonball Run, a comedy film, and then starred in The Cannonball Run 2. The legendary comedian is equally successful in his romantic life. He's been married to his longtime partner, Joy Ann Richards, for many years. Whether it's a balanced diet or an exercise program, Jamie is still enjoying a life of luxury. Batista, 1969. Former professional wrestler David Michael Bautista Jr., better known by his ring name Batista, is well liked by all WWE fans for his power, agility, and athleticism. The 6'6" beast has even since left the program to pursue a career in acting. While Guardians of the Galaxy was a tremendous economic hit, his wicked role in The Man with the Iron Fist received excellent praise from reviewers. In the movie, he portrayed the Marvel superhero Drax the Destroyer. It's a smart move on his part to devote himself to Hollywood, and it's a terrific way to save money. His career in the WWE began in 1999, and he rose to prominence quickly. He won the WWE Championship twice and was the World Heavyweight Champion once. He had a short hiatus before joining WWE again in 2013 and winning the 2014 Royal Rumble. Joyce Randolph, 1924. Joyce Randolph is a beautiful, kind, and intelligent woman from Hollywood's golden age. The audience will undoubtedly remember the gorgeous blonde of that age. The comedy The Honeymooners, in which she, as Trixie Norton, became an enormous success. She starred in almost 100 Jackie Gleason Show episodes, including comedy. A Finnish family in Michigan raised her, and she showed an early talent for performing. She went to New York City to pursue her acting career and all of a sudden had the opportunity to go on an audition for a movie part. After making her Broadway debut, she got other television parts. She lost her wealthy businessman husband, Richard Lincoln Charles, in 1997. Even though Joyce is 95 years old, we're still in awe of how effectively she can care for herself. A healthy lifestyle or some covert anti-aging therapy? This has yet to be discovered to us. Emil Minty, 1972. The feral kid from Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior, is familiar. As a young artist, the persona aided in his rise to worldwide renown. Surprisingly, he didn't say a word during the movie, yet he nevertheless had a mesmerizing acting style that affected adults and young children. We're grateful that filmmaker Mel Gibson allowed him to show off his skills. After the release of Mad Max, his Hollywood career came to an abrupt end. Minty left Cineworld to focus on a new professional path. Before he retired, he had a few small parts in movies like Flute Man, The Winds of Jera, A Country Practice, etc. To live a quiet life with his family, the well-known kid actor from the Mad Max series is now sitting far away from the bustle of Hollywood. He is today a jeweler and has a prosperous commercial life. We believe that he'll be able to avoid bankruptcy. Paul Hogan, 1939. Paul Hogan is the intrepid crocodile hunter from the film Crocodile Dundee. He received a Golden Globe for his outstanding comedic performance in the film and was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actor. Later, he launched The Paul Hogan Show, an Australian television program on the 9 network. Being a real native of Australia, Hogan never missed a chance to spread awareness of the importance of his country. He made several appearances in advertisements boosting travel to Australia. In addition, he had a prominent part in the critically acclaimed Australian television series Anzacs. In 2017, the 7 network in Australia produced a miniseries based on Hogan's lifestyle, in which Josh Lawson authentically portrayed the character. Paul Hogan is still alive and well, enjoying a comfortable life with his family and accumulating substantial net worth throughout his acting career. Michael J. Fox, 1961. Back to the Future trilogy fans are familiar with Canadian actor Michael J. Fox. His portrayal of Marty McFly helped him become well-known. At the age of 10, Fox embarked on his acting career. He'd shown his intriguing acting skills in a television series called Leo and Me, which helped him establish himself in the business. He was able to take home the Grammy, Primetime Emmy, and much-coveted Golden Globe honors. His list of films includes, among others, Mars Attacks, See You Yesterday, and Midnight Madness. In addition, he's a renowned voice actor who's provided voices for various animated films, Stuart Little among them. Even though he's already above 50, the recognizable Back to the Future actor still looks excellent. He's still active since he last appeared in a movie in 2019. It makes sense that he may lead a healthy lifestyle despite the commotion. Bob Eubanks, 1938. An American disc jockey and presenter of game shows on TV, had developed a usual fan base for Robert Leland Eubanks. The Newlywed Game, a famous game show, was a significant turning point in his life. The reimagined Card Sharks, which ran from 1986 to 1989, was another program that significantly advanced his career. Bob is now 82 years old. In 2000, he was bestowed with a star and an honorary accolade at the esteemed Hollywood Walk of Fame for his efforts on television. The Academy of Television Arts and Sciences awarded him a Lifetime Achievement Emmy 5 years later. He wed Deborah in 2004, and the two are content in their marriage. Even with his advanced age, Bob continues to inspire several people. He's saved enough money throughout his work to last him the remainder of his life. Barry Manilow, 1943. Having worked for almost 50 years, Barry is among the most well-known composers of the past. They created magic as a producer, arranger, musician, actor, singer-songwriter, and actor. I Write the Songs, Can't Smile Without You, Copacabana, Could It Be Magic, and other popular songs, some of his best-known hits. To his credit, Manilow has over 51 top 40 hits in the adult contemporary charts. 6 albums received multiple platinum certifications, and 13 albums were certified platinum. Although his detractors never particularly liked him, it didn't break his spirit. Legends such as Bob Dylan and Frank Sinatra expressed their admiration for him, and he was very well liked by his followers. Since 2014, Gary Keefe has been his partner, and they're happy in their marriage. Manilow may not be as magical as he once was at 77, but given his money, he shouldn't be too concerned. Willie Mays, 1931. The world likes to refer to Willie Mays as William Howard Mays, or more affectionately as the Say Hey Kid. Playing with the New York and San Francisco Giants for 22 seasons, he's regarded as one of the finest center fielders in Major League Baseball history. He was once a member of the New York Mets. Willie was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1979. Mays made his MLB debut after graduating from high school in 1950 and was awarded Rookie of the Year. A few years later, he also took home 2 titles as the National League's MVP and 11 Gold Gloves. The fact that he made it through 24 All-Star games says a lot about his skill. The 89-year-old superstar has undoubtedly amassed wealth during his lifetime, and his credit score is also quite high. He's been very mindful of his health for the time being. Cheryl Ladd, 1951. If you saw Chris Monroe on NBC's Charlie's Angels, you know that Cheryl Ladd was the only person who could have given her character life. Up until 1981, she'd stood in for Farrah Fawcett Majors. She impressed us with several movies including Millennium, Poison Ivy, Purple Hearts, and Permanent Midnight. Ladd remains stunning even at 69 years old. She probably keeps herself in good shape and pays close attention to her food. After achieving significant recognition and success, Ladd pursued her acting career, appearing in several comedies, primarily musicals. She even attempted to sing the national anthem at the Super Bowl 14. Since 1981, Ladd has been wed to music producer Brian Russell. She dedicates the majority of her time to the nonprofit organization Child Help, serving as a celebrity advocate for the treatment and prevention of child abuse victims. With what she's accumulated throughout these years, she'll have enough money to last a lifetime. Phil Collins, 1951. In addition to being a solo musician, Phil is most known for his work as the drummer and vocalist for the well-known rock group Genesis. He's shown his abilities by balancing acting, songwriting, and singing roles, producing records, and playing many instruments live. His expertise in music is just unmatched. The 69-year-old phenomenon, born and raised in London, finished the Not Dead Yet tour in 2019 and authored his autobiography in 2016. Given his wealth, more than $260 million, we may assume he has made several investments. His brilliant career has been further enhanced by the 7 US and 3 UK #1 hits he achieved in only 6 years. Collins is a charming guy. Millions of followers were devastated by the many ways he suffered for an extended period. He was also troubled by retirement and personal matters. However, there was optimism in the shape of his reunion with Orianne, his ex-wife. Whoa! Eric Clapton, 1945. It's time to check out the talented Eric Clapton if you have yet to become into blues music. Whatever your tastes and preferences, you'll listen to Eric's catchy songs. The only other person to be inducted 3 times into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is the English rock and blues musician. Additionally, he was named 4th in Gibson's Top 50 Guitarists of All Time, 5th in Time Magazine's Top 10 Best Electric Guitar Players, and 2nd in Rolling Stone's list of 100 Greatest Guitarists of All Time. Eric, who turned 75 this year, is still in demand as a musician and recently performed at the Crossroads Festival. His many accomplishments provide a glimpse into the riches and treasures he's amassed over the years. Clapton has ties to several nonprofit organizations, stays in touch with them, and sometimes plays with them. Happy Xmas, his most recent solo album, was released in 2018. Phyllis Coats, 1927. If Phyllis Coats hadn't been born, Lois Lane from Superman and the Mole Man in 1951 would never have been. Even if it isn't her actual name, very few people know Gypsy Ann Everett's Stell. In addition to this transformative film, Coates appeared in the first season of the renowned television series Adventures of Spider-Man. After signing a 7-year deal with 20th Century Fox, she began her career there in 1944. She starred in a few well-known Warner Brothers productions after that, including Cattle Empire, The Baby Maker, Gunfighters of the Northwest, Good Night, Sweet Marilyn, and others. She most recently appeared as Ella Lane in Smallville Season 10. Phyllis, at 93 years old, is the mother of 2 daughters from her 4 marriages. Her finances are in order, and we anticipate her health will follow suit. Mr. T, 1952. Ever come across a bad guy persona? Then you missed out on the 80s classic, Mr. T. Lawrence Cherode, a former wrestler, had spectacular acting debuts in TV shows, including The A-Team and Rocky III, where he played boxer Clubber Lang. His function of B.A. Baracus received several awards for his work on The A-Team. His line, "I pity the fool" from Rocky III, was lifted and used again in several titles, including the 2006 reality program I Pity the Idiot. He's well known for his signature haircut, greatly inspired by West African Mandinka soldiers. After 1995, Mr. T had to battle with serious health problems. Cancer Ain't for No Wimps is the book he wrote on compiling his experiences. The 68-year-old took part in Dancing with the Stars as recently as 2017, and we're happy to see that he chooses to remain active rather than sit on his money. If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon